it's Romantic Wednesdays with Poetry, and I'm Alisa Agnes. I guess it's time to get real and spill some tea or coffee. So, in the previous episode, I talked about really romantic poetry, but this time I will talk about a song which comes from the novel Laura's Diary My Awesome Life, and while the song's title is Kisses, and it will be a really sweet song, but that novel may also seem really sweet, but it's actually really far from that. So at first I'd like to tell you about one of main purposes why I wrote this novel. So my novel was written by a teenager, and it's for teenagers and about teenagers, because when we're young we don't think about consequences, and this book, that may seem sweet, is about such a situation. It literally shows you what can happen if we don't think about the future. I have always been aware, but I've learned that it's not so easy for everyone. And this is why I had such an idea for this book. Now, it's a work of fiction, these people are not real, but these situations can periodically happen, especially when you think that your life is perfect and nothing can go wrong. So, this is why I wrote this, and while I obviously mean such situations like when you're 15 and you suddenly get pregnant, well, I guess this book kind of shows you how life can turn out, and obviously I talk about Samantha here, but there's a lot that can happen, and it's about also other situations, and it's just about really young girls, and I just wanted to give some kind of example of what can happen. Because when we're young we always think how it could be if you were adults, and when in the end such a time comes when we can do literally everything because of our age, and of because of where we are in life, and then when we realize that there are no limitations, it just makes you realize that you are finally an adult. But very often very young boys and girls already feel like they are 15 or 13, and they just feel like they are already an adults, and it's a very natural thing, but it's important to slowly teach such teenagers how to think about consequences and future. And I was a teenager, and I was 15, 17 when I wrote the first version of this um, novel, so it's literally about me, and and I mean I was just in that age, and I talk about this situation of life, uh, and I just kind of felt like I was talking to other teenagers, because I was just one of them. And well, this is one of main purposes why this book looks like this. And well, I guess it's time to read you the lyrics of Kisses and talk now about only kisses. Kisses. Your lips look so kissable today. give me your sweet kisses then. Nobody ever loved me the way you love me. You're a dream come true. Your love is so sweet, but you made me wait so long for your sweet kisses. Maybe that's why your love is so sweet now. Your lips look so kissable today. Give me your sweet kisses, kisses. Nobody ever looked at me the way you do. Nobody ever made me feel so valuable like you. You saw in me what nobody ever saw, and I know it's untrue, but you're all I want. Your lips look so kissable today. Give me your sweet kisses, kisses. It's sweet like fruit and candy. It's sweet like a strawberry shake. It's sweet like a chocolate cake. It's sweet like you and me. Your lips look so kissable today. Give me your sweet kisses then. So that's kisses. And well, now I can tell you how I wrote this. Well, and when I wrote this. So, I wrote Waves and Kisses actually in the same time. I mean, in March, just before the release date of this novel. And I've checked out my notes, and it looks like I wrote Waves at first, and one day later I created Kisses. And well, just like it happened with Kisses, I mean Waves, Kisses were also at first just a title in one of chapters. And then suddenly I just had an idea for the actual song, and this way I decided to put these lyrics as an additional bonus thing at the ending of my novel. But what inspired me is actually nothing but my novel. I mean, during the process of rewriting and translating, I simply had an idea for such songs, and I wrote so many new songs, and I decided to put them, all in this novel. And that's why there are so many songs right now, because some are really, really old, like even 12 years old, and some were written a few months ago. And well, this is how I created the song. But I also have to say that when it comes to the sound, I have a melody in my mind, but it's really tough for me to sing it, and it actually sounds in half like a song and in half as a just a poem, and this way I think it reminds me a little bit of Handstand by Miley Cyrus, because we also have there so much music, spoken parts, and obviously a chorus. And when I think about my song, I see such similarities. And the Endless Summer Vacation came out in March, and that's also the time when I was creating the final version right before the release, so it's quite even possible that this song and this whole record kinda also inspired me, at least when it comes to the sound. But as I've already said, in my mind it sounds a little bit differently than what it turned out to be when I try to sing it. And well, if you wanna hear it, there is a recording on Patreon, and samples, I mean about 30 seconds are also available on my YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok. Uh, just search for Alisa Agnes, double L, one S. And well, now it's time to say a few words about the meaning of the song. So, I was in such a state of mind that I simply really needed to write something really sweet. And well, that's why I call all those songs that I wrote a few months ago as wedding music, because it's all so sweet, just like this one. And well, as I've already said, I was just in such a state that I just really needed to write such sweet stuff like Lover by Taylor Swift. I mean, the whole record. Yep. So, this song is simply one big metaphor of what a kiss can taste like, and it's all simply compared to fruit and candy and anything that I really like. And these are just the sweetest sounds that came to my mind. And it's also about the fact that at first you wish for something, and in the end, after so many let's say years of waiting, you finally get this taste, and you realize that maybe it's the reason why it's so sweet right now, because you've been just waiting so patiently for this moment to come. And well, if you wonder if it's worth to wait, I guess that the answer is yes. But there's another truth about waiting. It reminds me of Titanic and that grandma, that was waiting 8 years. Well, I just mean that sometimes waiting is a good thing, but sometimes let's just not hope that it won't end like that grandma who was waiting for life and nothing ever happened. If we want to wait, we must have a really good reason for this, and it's better to talk about feelings to make sure that your sweet kiss will really happen, and it will be really sweet after so many years, or you will just die alone. I know it doesn't sound great, but it's just what the song is about. I mean, it's simply a dream come true. Previously, in previous episodes, I talk about wishes of a teenage girl, and right now you have here a 10 years old woman, and she talks about those, I guess, the same dreams, but now it's a different perspective. I guess that I can call it like that. But this is also simply a love song that can tell you just how much this person is precious to you. And well, if you really love someone, each kiss will always taste so sweet. I mean, it's all simply about the feeling. So I guess I've already said everything that I wanted about the meaning of the song, so I guess it's time to slowly end this episode, but at first I gotta tell you what will happen in the next episode, because in the next episode it will be just few days before the end of January, and February and Valentine's Day is coming, but unfortunately I will have only 2 episodes about such really sweet romantic poetry, and then I will start another chapter about a little sadder poetry. So yep, this is what is waiting for you in the nearest future. But in the next episode I will talk about 2 poetry works, and their titles are A Sweet Lullaby for You, and the second title is First Dance. So it's simply all really sweet, and it will be about singing lullabies, and why we sing lullabies, and about love and dancing. Yes. So today that's all. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you like this episode, and feel free to subscribe, and I'd like to also see you in my store, official store. So if you really like my podcast, it would mean so much to me if you would like to buy a t-shirt or hoodie inspired by my poetry, or simply if you would like to buy 2 books of mine. It's all possible there. So today that's all, as I've already said, and now I can only say and until the next time, yes. Bye. And yes, all books are signed.